Hi, I'm J. Michael Tatum, and I voice Commander Erwin Smith.
Hey, I'm Cris George, and I play Flegel.
Now, who
are you?
I'm the commander of the Scouts. Like, I'm kind of a big deal.
Are you? I don't ever talk to you, so...
I don't ever talk to you about... Who are you?
I'm Flegel. I'm a businessman.
Who is Flegel?
He's
Tell
a
us
businessman.
He's a businessman.
Right? Yeah, he's
What's
a guy...
his business?
Well, he got involved with some, let's say, less than reputable people.
Shady shade?
Yeah, well, his dad did. And then, and then his dad... Well, and then his dad got murdered by the government scouts.
Ooh, okay.
And then...
Oh!
Yeah.
So you're the... Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's right. And so then I was used as a lure, as bait, to get them to admit what they had done in the midst of all of these witnesses.
Oh, so you were kind of why I was on trial.
Yeah.
To stand execution. Yeah. I almost get executed.
Well, it's not my fault. You didn't execute me. You didn't kill my dad.
No, I didn't, but they thought I did.
That's not my fault.
Well,
the other
it's
guys
not
did.
my fault.
I proved that
true.
the other guys did it.
That's true.
With my help.
Thank you, because it kind of gave me a platform from which to help stage the coup that I did with Commander Pixis, which was pretty badass.
Yeah.
I have to admit. It was long coming. It was long
we
coming.
supported it, you know.
I supported it.
I'm a pillar of the community.
You, sure. Sure.
That's right. It's cool getting to be a bigger part of the season, to be, a crucial member, a crucial actor in the season.
Yeah, that's true. I like to, it's always fun to come back to a show that you've gotten to, like, when you have your characters established and you get to kind of explore, like, all right, where are we going with him now? But especially with Titan, because every time the season ends, you're like, wow, what are they doing? What's happening now? I can't wait 2 years or a year or 3 years or however long it is between seasons. I'm also very proud to have lasted this long in Attack on Titan, because that is certainly not the case for most shows or for most characters in the show. It is most people are dead by episode 3. So yeah, I've lasted for a while. Knock on
I died
whatever
several
this couch
times
is made
in the
of.
first season.
My first impression of Commander Smith, I didn't know what to make of him. I wasn't even sure he could be trusted. I thought, here's a guy that plays it really, really close to the vest, and given the circumstances everyone was in, it wasn't clear that he wasn't somehow the author of everything that was going on, in a bad way. And as we got going, I realized, okay, no, he's very much a good guy. He's on the right side of this war, but he's still very, very much a kind of manipulator, and he's not entirely to be trusted by the bad guys, which is good. But like you never ever know exactly what he's holding back or what he's got going on in his head. He does not let anybody in.
That I have the opposite situation. My impression of my character is he wears all of his emotions out on his sleeve. That's pretty much my guy. You first see him and you're like, this is just kind of like he's the son of a successful businessman, So imagine that's the impression I got. Essentially, was like, oh, okay, so he grew up affluent.
He's privileged.
He's privileged.
He can let his emotions out.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's
because
gonna
who's going to tell? Yeah, exactly. And so he was also kind of that almost slimy, son of a businessman, the one who's like, I'm going to take over my dad's business one day.
My dad owns a dealership.
Yes, exactly. My dad owns the dealership. But then come to find out, that he really made the right decision. He became the person that he needed to be in this situation. He really grew up essentially in that moment when he really had to, and became a pillar of the community without even knowing he was doing that, by choosing the right path.
That's cool. Yeah, I love the phrase you said, your character wearing his emotions on his sleeve. It's interesting to note, and I think a kind of potent metaphor, that now that he's only got one arm on that one, that Erwin is all sleeve. He's all surface, because he's just you're not ever going to get into what he's thinking.
He's done. Yeah.
I think it ups the stakes a lot, because as an actor, you just have to kind of respond to what's in front of you. You don't have the chance to kind of study and get an idea of like, oh, this is where my character's going, so I'm going to craft my performance according to what I know the destination's going to be. I don't know what the destination is. Well, I kind of have an idea because I read ahead in the manga, and so far the series seems to follow the manga fairly religiously. but I like it because as an actor, it just gets me out of my head. I have no choice but to be completely present and just respond. So when something happens, when Commander Smith sees something, it's the first time I've seen it too, and so I'm like, oh, it gets very genuine performances out of actors, I find. What do you think?
As an actor, it's super fun because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know who's going to die next. I don't know, it gives it that anticipation. It gives it that kind of like, feeling of that adrenaline rush of maybe it's my time this session, maybe I'm going to die today. And
the added
so that's a lot of
adrenaline
fun.
rush as an actor of not knowing how big your paycheck's going to be this week.
Yeah, that's right.
Because you're like, how many
that
hours
really
do I
cuts
have?
down. Oh, I'm dead. Oh,
We all have our
I'm so
titans to
dead.
slay.
That's right. Bills, titans,
Landlords,
titans of money.
bill collectors, yeah.
We all have our titans. Hashtag. We all have our titans.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks so much.
We really appreciate it. Again, I'm J. Michael Tatum. I play Commander Erwin Smith, and you can follow me on Facebook at Michael Tatum or on social media at J. Michael Tatum on Instagram and on Twitter.
And I'm Cris George, and I play Flegel, and you can follow me on Twitter at Chubbs George. Thanks so much.
Bye. Bye. Hi, I'm J. Michael Tatum, and I voice Commander Erwin Smith.
Do you say it like that?
Mm-hmm.
Erwin?
Erwin.
Mm-hmm. Erwin?
Everyone wants to say Erwin because it looks like Erwin,
But I like to
that's
say
like
Erwin
the very,
better.
that's the very
It's a good name.
like Americanized version, but Erwin is the German.
We talked about this.
Erwin.
American everything.
No,
That's
not my name.
not my name.